Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign 18, week 8, day 1. So today, what are we going to be messing with? We mostly got the invasion event, I would say. So as far as invasion is concerned, we got a Wildfolk restriction, which leaves us with quite a few good skull spammers. It's actually kind of nice because the ability on this thing is going to be a little bit unpredictable, and that it creates a bunch of wild cards. Creating a bunch of wild cards isn't necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, if you do a lot of wild cards, it's an extremely good thing. The problem with wild cards is if you create a very small amount with no extra turn, like no guarantee extra turn or even a chance for extra turn. Well, there is a chance, but you know what I mean. There's no extra chance, like Beatrix or something. But the problem with this is if we miss with all 1 to 3 of the wild cards, it's pretty much just guarantee giving the enemy a 4 times, 5 times match. So we actually want to cast her a little bit less than we normally would in a standard invasion troop. Not to a degree where we'd really go out of our way to cast her less necessarily, but to the point where we can actually get away with more of a skull-oriented team. And given that we have access to things like Wild King and the such, Wild King, Wild Queen, all that this week, yeah, we're just going to go down the Wild King route and see how that does. Actually a good excuse to actually use Wild King, as honestly, I don't feel like we've been using him that much lately. So this will be a good time to go and mess around with them. Anyways, let's go do that. Hello everyone! Welcome. Let me start from the top. Hello, let's see. Hello Bill Warhammer. Hello Mark. Hello Daddy Shark. Hello Chad. You're at 55k VP already today? Really? Wow. That's a huge grind. 9 hours. Wow. I was going to say, how long did that take? But yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, huge congrats. Hello Nightmare. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We didn't make leaderboard last week, unfortunately. We ended at like 30-something thousand by the end of the week. We needed like 40-something thousand for our bracket, but yeah, everyone grinded so much that we didn't make it. Hello Nightmare, hello yeah, hello Vanessa, hello Cookie, hello Isabel, hello Tyrion, hello Mr. Z, this guy, hello Lester, hello everyone else, welcome. Alright, let's see, how bad is this? Okay, it's not bad. Alright, maybe I'm overestimating how bad this is. No, in all fairness, I think the first time we cast it was a triple. Obviously, triple's going to be a little bit better than a 1 or a 2. Though, still has its backfire potential. Technically, it can backfire even harder than the other 2. When it does decide it wants to backfire. But all we really need to do for most fights is just cast Wild King and hope that's enough to get things rolling. Because by that point, we'll have absurdly good skull damage. Once we get to the later fights, so we'll be able to go and, one-shot everything anyways. Between the attack damage and the fact that we have 5 times extra multiplier. So every attack we give it is essentially 5 extra attack. So if we're giving it, let's say, 50 attack, that is 250 extra damage, which is a lot of damage. And the first hit has Enrage, so even if they have that score reduction, it's not even going to matter. We'll get to see how it works once we get to the later end. Earlier fights, it won't really make much of a difference. If anything, King Selena's cast first would actually be more beneficial, or an AoE wipe. Maybe I will go switch to an AoE wipe team real quick. Oh no, I guess this is fine for now. But at the super early fights, just running something that can hit all enemies simultaneously is actually a little bit quicker. I still want to bother switching this team just to have to do it again in like 10 minutes from now. So I'm just going to leave it exactly as is, and it takes a little bit longer. That's not that big a deal. So hello, Miss Insane Witch. Also, I just had pizza for the first time in a little while. Because I haven't been able to eat it recently because the teeth. And, gosh, is it good. Is it worth it to upgrade this Tower Captain to Shiny Level 2? Oh, does it get an extra wild card at Shiny Level 2? I didn't think about that, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. But no, I would say no. 2 to 4 wild card is still just as bad as 1 to 3. It's still such a small amount and inconsistent enough. That's not going to be worth using beyond this week. Because we already saw a mythic that has, what, 5? Like that one dragon, and it's completely useless. So something that has 2 to 4 is going to be even more useless. Plus she only hits 1 enemy instead of all. Yeah, I don't see any situation where even with one extra wild card, her actually being viable. Like, it's better than not having it, I guess, but it's not going to turn her into a viable troop. Yeah, I didn't even think about that with shining this, but yeah, she probably does get an extra wild card per, or not per, but you know, when she hits the shiny level. Shiny level 2. Yeah, it's not worth it. Not to mention, the event week with her is already pretty straightforward. You don't even need to really use her. We're going Wild King carry this time. The only thing we're using from her is our 5x skull damage, pretty much. Because I don't trust our wild cards to land. We're actually going to be using Wild King a lot this week. He's 20% extra stats, so if there's any week we're going to use him, this is the week. He's viable even without it. But this is definitely the week to be messing around with him. So we shall. Wait, I just realized something. Did that there say 3 battles? Wait. Did that say 3 battles only? Did we just get weakened scaling on a week-long event? Oh, no, this is 5. I was gonna say. Never mind, false alarm. I thought that number was the weakened version. I was gonna say, did they mess up there? But no, never mind. I was just like a number wrong. False alarm, they did it correctly. Let's see. I'll take the other thing. I keep forgetting, this thing actually hits like a truck still. It does have double magic. And of course 5x the towers. I don't think that wild card has done anything for us yet. Aside from like that little bit of like 3s here and there. Which is pretty much exactly what I expected it to do. I've seen what happens with small gem spawns in the past of wild cards. Like, it's such a strong gem. But there's just so many troops they just don't give enough of the gem to make it viable. Despite how strong wild cards is, it's actually a detriment if you don't create enough of it. And it's a trap that a lot of troops that they make fall into with this mechanic. And this one is actually no different. There's only a surprisingly low amount of things that actually create wildcard that are good. Centurigon's always the first one that comes to mind. For whatever reason, I can't think of a second one. Cookie has a channel now? Does Cookie have a channel now? Has he been streaming Palia? Actually, did he go on the Palia train? I'm not sure if he did. We skipped on Palia for now. Last weekend we did Mario RPG. This weekend will be Vault Event, obviously, for Gems of War. And then the following weekend will be Thousand Year Door. And then from there, I'm not sure what we're doing. Because I have like a 2 or 3 month gap between that and the next game I plan to play for a way too much time. There's a new MMO coming out later this year. And it's actually set up as a cozy MMO, oddly enough. But it still has like really heavy RPG elements and everything. But anyways, but yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing that other 2 or 3 months. Maybe just chip down the backlog or something, I'm not sure. He needs 50 subs to start streaming. I'll try finding his channel and go sub to it later. Wait, is that actually a thing on YouTube now? Do you actually need 50 subscribers before you can start a stream? Gosh, YouTube has so many limitations these days. It was so easy when I started. Like, the amount of non-effort it took to start a channel back when I started was so absurdly minimal. Nowadays, you gotta go through like 10 hoops to get it anywheres. It's on Discord? Wait, now I'm confused. Though I don't know too much of it in regard to Discord. At some point, these wild cards will do something. And nothing, you're just running with the joke. You think Jeweled Golem is a decent option for cards? Creates 2-3 wild cards per brown gem exploded. True. Definitely has its honestly, almost all the golems are pretty viable. Their viability this late into the game is a little bit less so. But almost every golem that does a 3x3 explode, you know, like a targeted explode, almost all of their secondary abilities are really good. Like the ability to essentially 4 times barrier, or 4 times blast, or 4 times curse, or 4 times death mark. Like they have a lot of really, really solid ones. Like almost every golem when they explode is pretty solid. It's a category of troop that really late in the game you don't really run anymore, because there's generally better options. But the golem category of troop is actually pretty good as you're progressing through the game. It has pretty much every mechanic you could ever want. And almost entirely on low rarity options. Though a couple of the golems are high rarity, but a good majority of them are low rarity. Hello, Chris! Welcome, welcome. Speaking of YouTube channels. But yeah, this wild card mechanic is about as bad as I thought it would be. Not that wild cards are bad, but her creating 1-3 is horrifically bad. At least they don't do much with their mana. At worst, they're just going to gain barrier. I guess there's that one true damage one, but you have to go really deep before that's a threat. Also, our stats are so high that it'll barely matter. Oh, also, I think I mentioned it earlier. I know if I did on the video. I can't remember if I mentioned it this stream. But Enrage does hit through 75% score reduction here. Normally it always would, but these things do have immune to basically like every effect in the game. However, Enrage still bypasses it, oddly enough, because it's not considered an effect, so it actually still bypasses. So that one brown-blue tower, that 75% score reduction, can be hit for full damage if you have Enrage. It's actually the only way you can hit it for full damage, because you can't curse stun it. That's not too relevant now, because we're one-shotting it anyways. Once we get to the later fights, that'll actually be a bit relevant. I just realized we're about to run out of sigils before we even hit the final fight. I did only buy tier 3. I was considering doubling up on her. But honestly, it just didn't seem worth it. So I didn't. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Jonian. Welcome, welcome. I do have to say, with Wild King, invasions are so free this week. The invasions are pretty much always pretty free. Even more so with that thing. The best part is he's going to scale through the entire time. Even when we stop one-shotting, all we have to do is just cast him an extra time. I should have taken that skull first. I almost forgot too. He gives us Skull Storm on top of that. That's pretty nice. It's not really a factor I think of too much when it comes to Wild King. But he summons a Bone Storm at the start of battle. We're actually winning battles so quickly that we still get to utilize it for the entire fight, which is pretty nice. Almost forgot about the mechanic on him. Also, ooh, a good handful. Oh, I thought that was all legendary tasks for a second. Never mind, that's also the 65 gems we got from the thing. Because from Invasion, you actually get an extra 65 gems and an orb. We didn't get the orb yet, but we did get the 65 gems. Let's see, did we get a mythic here? No, I just got junk. Unfortunate. Anyways, alright, we got a couple of XP boosters. I might just run them on PvP. What's our objective today? I think it was PvP and something else. Yeah, we already did the other one. We do actually have the ability to triple boost tonight. I'm just not sure if I want to stream that long tonight. Also, I mentioned in the weekly video, but just as a reminder, we will not be streaming this Wednesday again. Last Wednesday was because I got a tooth pulled. This Wednesday is because I will hopefully be getting the last of the dental work I need done. Hopefully, fingers crossed. There's a chance this won't be the last. But there's a chance this will be like the last time I'll need to go for quite a while. But the problem is, it's happening way later in the day compared to normal. Everything else I've been getting done has been at like 8, 9, 10 a.m. This is actually going to be at like 4 p.m. So I'm still going to be numb and everything by the time stream time comes around. So we're just not going to be doing this stream on Wednesday. What they're doing isn't that bad, but I like physically will not be able to really talk by the time stream time comes around. So we're just not going to do it. Well, we're just like last week. No Wednesday stream. But no worries. Next week's Wednesday. We will be back to Wednesday streams. But that'll be 2 Wednesdays in a row. When's the next update? The earliest next update can be is tomorrow. The latest it could be is between the 2 campaigns, 18 and 19. Which is in 4 weeks from now. Or sorry, not 4 weeks from now. 3 weeks from now. It was 4 weeks last week. Yeah, those are 2 most likely dates. Either tomorrow or 3 weeks from now. Or technically 3 weeks from tomorrow or tomorrow. 1 to 2 is the most likely 2 dates. Though we have no confirmation. It could technically be any time between tomorrow and 3 weeks from now. The 3 weeks from now is basically the absolute latest it could be. Right, there we go, looking good. Campaign's gonna get done on its own. Adventure board's completed. Invasion we just did. Under Spare, just gotta remember to go buy the torches. And I actually forgot to last Wednesday, and I'll need to remember to do it this Wednesday. Alright, there we go. Though we had such a good layout last week, it didn't even matter. But I think it still made us spend like 100 extra gems or something. Maybe even 150. May event's actually already done. You can only just spend your points from last week. Plus we have everything anyways. Alright, let's go clear our dungeon. I guess we're doing a ton of PvP for the rest of the stream then. Ooh, another guess the door? Nah, we got that marked. Ah, unfrozen. Far from the worst, at least. Who knows, maybe we will do the PvP grind today. I'm not sure. We have access to triple buffing today. I just really don't feel like doing an hour and a half of PvP today. That should be almost closer to 2 hours. Well, we'll put a decent chunk into it. If nothing else, we might aim to get to like 5.7k or something. Or at least like 5k-ish. That way by Wednesday we can have it. Oh wait, but yeah, I won't be streaming on Wednesday though. Wait. Hold, wait. How do we do that then? And I can't install all of Underspire for the weekend because we have Vault event this weekend. Yeah, maybe we do run PvP tonight. Oh no, I think we might just run PvP tomorrow night then. I might even just skip faction and just run it. Because we already have like 1 billion loots from the Warrens. As well as just Underspire in general. We just did a whole weekend event of it. Because we could always skip Underworld tomorrow and then focus on entirely PvP. Get it set up tonight and then just go crazy on it tomorrow. Who knows, maybe we'll even have a Blood Frenzy then. Do we have one today? We have access to red, yellow, and purple. Oh gosh, we got the meta Shaka team. Did we do it? I'm tempted. It is tempting. We do have triple buff today. Maybe we are tonight. Maybe we are. That does make things interesting. Oh, first things first. Let's crack open some, oh, codes. Or not codes, those things. Let me go crack open some XP boosters. Gotta get rid of a couple of these. Alright, yeah, let's go do some PvP stuff. Regardless how much PvP we're doing today, we gotta do some amount of PvP today, so let's start doing PvP today. 5.7. No, 5.7k isn't a ton of PvP. 5.7k then doing a whole extra hour is what I'm referring to. No, 5.7k wouldn't be that much. It's 5.7k then plus 1 hour is what would be a bunch. Which I think we're actually going to go do. Because since we're not streaming on Wednesday, we kind of need to. So yeah, tonight we're going to be streaming. Okay, we'll hand out 2 codes tonight then. We'll hand out the first one a little bit. Yeah, that means we're going for another hour and a half tonight then. It also means I'm going to take Red Blood Frenzy place thing. And that should bring us to about 20,000 PvP points by the end of the stream. Give or take a little. Which should set us in a pretty nice position for the rest of the week. Vault key clean out? I will be doing that throughout the week. And by throughout the week, I mean Tuesday and Thursday. There's a lot of things we gotta try to get done by the end of Thursday. We gotta open every last vault key we still haven't opened. However many that might be by then. We need to do every last PvP we can to be in a nice position on leaderboard. And we also need to go do as far into Underspire as we possibly can. It's gonna be a busy day. I don't have a team set up. I'll go make one real quick. going Dispel. I'm gonna go Mech. Bit of a weird choice, but I want Dispel for Submerge. Some reason I'll just mess this +2 purple. There we go. Yeah, Mechs might seem like a weird choice on a team like this. The main reason it's chosen is it has 50% mana start into Dispel. So it makes it so we don't have to cast Wand to get rid of Submerge and stuff like that. But I just realized for the battles that we're doing on right now, it's not even going to matter. I forgot, these aren't PvP fights. These are just the normal bad teams. Whatever you'd call these. Yeah, the first Gems of War videos I ever posted had no audio. I mean, no sound. Well, not no sound, but no commentary. Underspire looks hard this week, is it? I guess it depends on if you have Wild King or not. Yeah, without any of the mythics, it's definitely difficult. Though you do have access to, what team did I show for the budget team? Oh, I did it with double the legends. So yeah, it's not ideal. It's basically like the Queen Titania last week, but slower. But still winnable. But if you thought last week was slow, yeah. No mythic options while doing Underspire this week would be even slower than that. But Underspire is pretty free this week if you have Wild King. But otherwise, the cheapest team you can get away with is spamming the legend from the Warrens faction. Let's go get our other buff. And I am actually going to be doing a red Blood Frenzy. As much as I said I would be trying to avoid Blood Frenzied, we're not. We're finally going to go do it again. Because we keep getting gypped on points and not getting our free deed book per week. So we're going to go to the Blood Frenzied, where it takes even less time to go get points, but we have to deal with the most annoying teams ever with 50% more stats. But it's worth it for double VP. It just doesn't feel worth it, but it is worth it. Even with 70% win rate, it is still more VP per hour than like 95% win rate Central. Oh, we missed. It's over. Right, surprisingly not over. Wow, it feels so nice seeing a meta Zolgov team. They are so bad these days. Like, this team is so strong. Yet the meta has gotten so quick paced that it's actually one of the weakest teams even used. I say that as it's about to destroy me. But its pacing is very slow. Relative to Stellar Ixtok Shaka. Not relative to everything in the game. But relative to the strongest things in the game, it is actually a little bit slow on startup. It's also inconsistent when it goes for insta-kill under AI control. Because generally speaking, it's not always going to go straight for Stellarix, even though it very much should. Oh, we got our objective done. That's every daily completed. Well, technically we still need to get our 3 Wildfolks, but then every daily completed. Hey, that reminds me, we still need to go get all of our magic too. After we get our 3 Wildfolks, we can get a 20 more magic for this team. I'm saving it for last though, just because I wanted all the other bonuses for it. Because we probably have some kind of really dumb restriction again for it. That's the only problem with grabbing the yellow one. It's an outer ring, which means whatever you have to do for it is always going to be decently annoying. Mostly because we can't run Stellarix. But also because we have to run like complete junk, which makes it take forever. It's only worth it if we're like triple boosting. How much VP are we up to already? That doesn't tell me. 1,000. Just trying to gauge it, like about what rate we're going at. Alright, first Wildfolk, nice to see. Keep them coming. No audio for you? There should be audio. I'm not seeing anything that would be making it not do audio. What's that little bear razor? Welcome, welcome. Oh wait, you can't hear me though if you don't have audio. Which one of these is less annoying? I don't know. They all look so annoying. Oh, this one had stun on me. Ew, Why'd I pick this one? He countered our he countered our, Takshakas. He got us. That's interesting. When did he get the extra turn in it? For, Obsidious. I haven't seen someone run that in a while. Obsidious, and Rage Carandera combo. It's, basically quick curse stun. Which is very effective against Takshaka because it gets rid of all your gem spawn. Also gets rid of all your durability from Stellarix. Up, you fixed the audio? Nice. So hello, Bear Razor. Welcome, welcome. If we don't lose this fight, that should be the final Wildfolk. So we can go get our extra yellow magic. For 20 extra magic across the team. Which, of course, on the very balanced Stellarix is 60 extra damage to all enemies. For 240 total damage. Because, of course, it is. Alright, let me go get the yellow buff thing. Where is it? Haven't gotten in a while. It's somewhere here. There it is. What teams do we have to use? McGrim Woods. Ah, why? In all fairness, that's not like the worst category. But it might as well be. I don't want to do this. Do either of you make purple? You make blue. You don't have immune though. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. It's probably a really bad idea, especially running it like this, but we'll see what happens. Oh no, we really shouldn't. I should run like class elementalist in first slot. Wait, do we have access to any weapon? No, it's McGrim Woods' weapon as well. Oh, of course it is. Hope's Crescent, I guess. Oh, Doomed Glaive. Tempting. I'm gonna run elementals for safety's sake. Actually, I should run resummon weapon. Let's play this absurdly safe. Where even are the explodey resummon weapons? Hello? Does this kingdom not have one? Where are they? Wait, does this whole kingdom not have an explodey resummoner? Wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean Mergrim Woods has no explodey resummon weapon? Alright, plan B. We stick with plan A. Really? Interesting. Alright, hopefully this is fine. Yeah, how does Mergrim Woods not have a single explodey resummon weapon? Not even for its own kingdom. Hopefully next Mergrim Woods event we get one. That's a pretty big thing to be missing from a kingdom. There's some kingdoms that have like 4 of them, it seems like. This one has 0. Yeah, we're halfway there. Then after we have that full bonus, we'll go crazy on what's it called? The red blood frenzy. And then yeah, we might just go all the way until we get the boost then, and then do the boost. Which means we'll do about another hour and a half of PvP then tonight. We'll also go hand out the first code after we have this boost, I think, and then we'll hand out the other one a little bit. Yeah, we'll do a ton of PvP tonight since we won't be around on Wednesday. Because otherwise Wednesday would have been the do PvP day. But since we can't, we'll do it tonight. Gotta do it at some point. Might as well do it now. How was it both times that would have given him something? Unfortunate. I didn't do it the previous turn because it would have given him value. But then the following turn to still give him value. Go figure. Alright, this is the final fight. And this is why I wanted resummon. Gosh, are they bulky. Oh, even got a first good good slot. A good first slot as well. Which is very problematic. Actually, we're getting a lot of damage early. Oh, we can actually extra turn that. Nice. That's not enough damage to kill, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, that's huge. Do we have alignment? No. I'm still going for... Oh, no, I can't. Actually, I could. It's not worth it, though. Not yet. I think I can do the... Oh, wait. Oh, never mind, never mind. That's the right convert. And perfect. We can do it straight into that. Alright, there we go. Nice. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Could have been way worse. Alright, there we go. We now have maximum boosts. Alright, let's go utilize it. We have how many PvP points right now? 1.5k. Let's go get 5.7k. And after 5.7k, we'll do the hour boost. And after the hour boost, we'll have a ton of PvP points. Somewhere around 20,000, give or take a few thousand. Should be our number of points by the end. Assuming we do it all in Blood Frenzy. Which is still to be determined. As long as Blood Frenzy doesn't drive me crazy, we'll do it all in Blood Frenzy. Given that we have triple buff, it should honestly not be that bad. There's a good handful of fights that will get one-shotted, and almost all fights will get two-shotted. Well, it's not ideal, but we might get mana here. I see why I never do Blood Frenzied. How long does Blood Frenzy last? Every single day. It's 2 different kingdoms. So it resets at reset time. So another 6 hours? That's how long this one will last for. Yeah, it is possible to 30-star Whitehelm as of today with bigger pass. Otherwise, it's next week. I'm waiting on next week mostly because it's more thematic next week anyways. Because next week is the start of a Whitehelm Kingdom rework, or Kingdom Pass, or whatever it's called. So I was waiting for next week to do it, even though it's technically possible today. It's just way more thematic doing it next week. Because next week's the start of a Whitehelm Kingdom Pass. But yeah, super paid players can do it today. Standard paid players can do it on next Monday. And free-to-play can actually do it in a couple weeks. Assuming you meet every other requirement. Because you actually don't even need either pass in order to do it. And Whitehelm 30 star is pretty relevant because it's the best tribute in the game. Also, after whatever reworks they might be doing next week, if they are going to be doing some reworks, directly do Whitehelm. Like, you know, the troops and everything. If they actually do, which they generally do with stuff like that, but if they actually do, the viability overall of a Whitehelm Kingdom team is probably going to be pretty high as well. There's a good handful of already pretty good Whitehelm troops. And some of the weaker ones get buffed up, could potentially be pretty solid. Only slight bad thing about Whitehelm, even after any kind of rework it might have, is the game is structured to be absurdly overly offensive these days. Whereas Whitehelm is generally more towards a defensive side. It's not bad. These are defensive troops that can be good. Just as the time to win keeps getting quicker and quicker, the offensive curve just keeps getting more relevant. Hello, Andre. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, did I not hand out code yet? I meant to. Wait. I meant to, like, literally as we got the buff. And we are so much further than that. But yeah, let me go hand out the first code and we'll have the other one in a little bit. Where do you guys go? We'll have the other one a little bit later. Yeah, we're at basically 3k. We'll keep going till 5.7k, then we'll go use our hour boosts. Hello, Brian. Welcome, welcome. How would you go about building a defensive team that could slow down offensive curve? Submerge right now. Submerge is really, really good against the strongest teams right now. Especially if you have a Blessed Submerge. But even just standard Submerge. Best way overall of submerging right now while still keeping your team pretty high value is to submerge off of hero class. The water tree submerges an ally per extra turn. I believe it's on the tier 40 of the tree. You get a submerge. Is it tier 40 or tier 70? I think it's tier 40. But you gain submerge every time you take an extra turn. And you can do it off a hero, which is flexible as something tanky or damage source or however you want to use it. The other way would be some kind of strong disable that's still tanky. Like one that we already saw this stream is Obsidious into Enrage Carandera. It's not used as often these days because it's a little bit towards the slower side. But it's really bulky and really good at taking out Takshaka. Because its main premise is it's really good at getting rid of traits. And Takshaka has very relevant final trait. Without it, he's pretty weak. Like, he still has his ability, which is strong. But you're getting rid of, like, 90% of his power if he can't do his gem spawn every turn. Because that's the main reason why he's on the team. If he didn't have that final trait, he wouldn't be used nearly as much as he is these days. Like, he'd still be usable, but you wouldn't see him on, like, nearly every team in existence if he didn't have that final trait. Yeah, no problem for the code. We'll have another one in a little bit. We'll end it out at some point when we go start the hour grind. It's gonna feel nice being at almost 20,000 points on a Monday. I normally never grind this much right at the beginning of a week. At some point we'll be allowed to have a turn. When we do, you'll be very dead. So when your guild just got Wild King and Queen in one drop, oh, that's pretty solid. Yeah, those are like the two things you want to see in your event keys this week if you're going to open any. Wild King in particular is actually really insane. So much so if you really like him and you don't get him by the end of this week, it might be worthwhile to hoard 4,000 diamonds to craft him when he's next in Soulforge. I'd probably say he's actually in the top 10 strongest troops in the game right now, like as far as mythics. He's not meta against like the Stellarix meta kind of stuff. But just as like a general absurdly good skull spammer, he's really high up there. Like him and not Scourge of Honor. Him and oh, why do I forget his name? Wow, why on earth do I forget? No, Scourge of Honor was correct. It just sounds incorrect. But yeah, him and Scourge of Honor is like some of the strongest skull spam we have right now in the game. Not counting Zolgoth. Obviously Zolgoth. Zolgoth doesn't even need to be mentioned to already be mentioned. But not counting the obvious Zolgoth. Enrage, why can I not speak names? But Scourge of Honor and Wild King, really high up there. It is Scourge of Honor, right? I'm not going crazy. Oh, Scourge of Honor is not red though. No, it's not Scourge of Honor. Wait, why am I saying Scourge of Honor? Scourge of Honor is the true damage guy. Why do I forget the name of the other guy? Why on earth do I forget his name? The Lord of Slaughter! There he is. I knew it was a very long name that had multiple syllables. There he is. Lord of Slaughter, I meant to say. Lord of Slaughter and Wild King, I meant to say. Are we having a stroke? Oh no, Brain just can't think straight. I woke up like absurdly early this morning too. I'm actually kind of tired right now. I kind of crashed last night too, which is why the video was up a little bit later. But then my sleep schedule was also off. If I'm gonna have to fight the same exact team, I might as well take the highest version of it. If all three teams are gonna be exactly the same, might as well take the one we get the most value for. And if they're gonna have slightly higher stats. The reason I would did Chaka there is he had Submerge, but that actually allows us to hit both. Alright, let me go double check if we have 5.7k yet. I feel like we may have. It's been half an hour, though not all that half an hour has been doing PvP. It was also doing the boosters, so that we can do PvP. Almost. We're at 5k. I think I checked. Also, let me go throw down a few more boosters. How many do we have? You know, I'll throw a whole hour's worth. Why not? We're gonna be going for at least an hour. We're going all in tonight. Except one. I'll save you for later. We'll save you for Vault Weekend. Which I probably should have saved slightly more than that for Vault Weekend, but oh well. Because Vault Weekend we're gonna be winning quicker than this, but oh well. Not that big a deal. Should have actually used exactly 3. Well, 3 more than how many I did. Well, not 3 more, but you know, 3 total. I used 4, that's not that big a difference. I only overused 1. But we're still using them. They're just not going to be as good a value here as it will be on, like, you know, if you're doing, like, a Dust Devil insta-kill team. That's about as quick as you can get. Quite literally, you can't even win quicker than that. I would love to have a turn. Struggle of Blood Frenzy. Why are we here? Good old Blood Frenzy, just obliterating you immediately. 50% extra stats is a lot of stats. Especially on people who are already like max stats. It looks like 2 or 3 more. Oh, have a good night, Mrs. Sandwich. Sorry, I didn't even see that earlier. Which my eyes are like half closed. I need rest. Sleep schedule was very weird today. I definitely do not feel rest at any point this day. Let's see. Alright, that's a good start. Because this Blood Frenzy, they don't die in one shot. That's what the second shot is for. Also, I haven't had caffeine in almost a month now, too. That's the other thing that's probably doing it. Because now that I've gotten through my Mountain Dew kick and basically drank all of them, I think I still have a few backup ones in the fridge. But basically they're all gone. There's no way we're about to die to like a 1 HP Zolga. We're about to. If he keeps casting Wand, we have a chance. A very low chance that we shouldn't even be trying for. But a chance nonetheless. I was gonna run. Not worth it. How hard is it to get one more fight so we can actually go do the hour boost? Apparently very. Alright, there we go. Start the boost, start the boost. And we're pretty much at all 7s. Alright, let's keep going. Now we're locked in for an hour. Wind out a code in a little bit. Second one. Don't win, don't win, don't win, don't win. Good, good. Alright, let me throw a wand. Watch him win. It's not impossible that he just gets an entire win from that. Yeah, I forgot how many points we can get for Blood Frenzy per hour. I know it's over 10,000 an hour. So anything beyond that is very variable on does team want to win. And if no, then much lower. Problem is every section like this is just back-to-back walls of meta. To such a degree that it's so easy to just randomly lose. To some degree, team barely even matters. You're just occasionally going to lose to absolutely anything. I think it takes one bad starting board or something similar. These most teams just insta-win, especially with 50% extra stats. Like, the second they can do anything, they just win. No, we just full missed wand. How's that even happen? Okay, good. He has nothing left. We're fine, we're fine. What a weird fight. We're both stuck with one troop left. Luckily, his is useless. I say that, he almost just webbed me. Oh, even through a web, how much damage do we have? That's like at least a few base damage. What a weird fight. I'm actually curious, are we rank 1 in our PvP now? I feel like we will be by the end of this if we're not currently. I'm not sure if we have ultra tryhards in our ladder today. Let's see. Oh no, we will. We easily will be. Will we stay that way is the question. But we definitely, at least initially, will be. Did they even test Stellarex? No. I do have to say, he did feel a little too weak when he first came out. But what they did to buff him was way too much. Like, absurdly too much. He releases a 2.1 times multiplier on his magic. Then they buffed him to 3 times. Which was way too much. Oh, that was an extra turn and it moved. Whoops. I actually lose now. Yep, we do. I didn't notice it moved. Whoops. It feels so weird that I'm looking to Zolgoth teams as the weak ones. When the strongest troops in the entire game is now considered the weak team. It still can kill us though. And is currently attempting to. As long as he doesn't devour our snake, we're fine here. Let's start a turn. Zolgoth on a Takshaka team? I don't think I've seen that yet. That would make sense. Why not? It's a little weird also having Wand, or if you are going to have Wand, having it in that position. Oh, I already had one shot. Whoops. Keep underestimating how much billion damage we do per attack. How much are we hitting for? 285. So there's been a lot of magic buffs, but still. That's a big number. I don't even bother if it goes that deep. We know what the result's going to be over the next several seconds. It's pretty much determined already. It look kind of sketchy, but yeah, one attack and it just all dies. For whatever reason, Grimlet's being used on this team. I guess to really feed Centurion quickly. Though it's ultimately just going into Wand anyways. You could use almost any Empower there at that point, even Leprechaun. Because in theory he'd be using it to go into Centurion, but the way his team is set up, he's just going into Wand. If he's going into Wand, you might as well just use Leprechaun or something. Have we taken first yet? No, not yet. Soon. Soon, TM. We'll end out next code a little bit after we get first. These are pretty much already going to be there. A few more fights, we're pretty much already there. We're not getting as many points as I thought we would, though. I guess we kind of are. But right now we're on track to get, like, what, 12,000? Oh yeah, 12,000. That's still correct, because that would still put us at 19,000 then. The problem is there's just so many losses that it's really hard to really account for them. Because it's very variable these days. Sometimes you'll go on like a 10-win streak, or you'll go on like a triple lose streak. Both of which are substantially different number of points. As I said, it turned my extra turn the other way around. It was a 5 times blue extra turn, then turned into a 5 times red. Everything but barrier guy lived. I mean, the only thing that lived was barrier guy, I mean. Other way around. Okay, we'll end out the other code in a little bit. Because I think we have taken first place at this point. Yep, first place. Barely, but we're there. Let's keep going. We got 47 minutes left on the clock. Might as well use the whole time. That's pretty much the game plan for the rest of the stream. To some degree, I almost want to go use on, like, Explore or something. But if I don't do it on PvP, I'm not going to feel like doing more PvP later. Besides just the daily. So one thing I should do after the stream a little bit later tonight is actually do even more PvP while we have the triple boost. It's the only day all week we'll have triple boost. Actually, that's not true. If I stall tomorrow, and then we did it the other days, we'd have it in 5 days from now. Which would be, what, Saturday? So we actually can double boost, or, you know, triple boost twice, I mean. Yeah, I'm trying to get all the PvP done early. It's the whole reason why we're doing the whole hour boost right now. A stream would consist of like an hour and a half of just doing PvP by the end of it. But I'm doing it just so we don't have to do it this weekend. Beyond just the daily. Which means we're going to be finishing every last torch we have. Not finishing under Spire, but every last torch we have accessible this Thursday. And I will remember to go buy torches this Wednesday when we don't stream. Forgot to last Wednesday. It's kind of funny because I was like thinking in the back of my head, like, I'm forgetting to do some daily. And then I went through all of them and I did like everything. I was like, nope, that's everything. But I forgot to buy the torches for Underspire. Fortunately, we couldn't Stellarix there because of barrier. Though technically after Wand we could have, but by that point it was already set up the other way. Bombot? I mean, Firebomb. I haven't seen that in ages. What even was that team? Well, I wonder if there a Firebomb on a team. Oh, so you guys remember the good old days when there used to be 4 times Firebombs on every team? Remember on PvP was that way? been a while. It hasn't even been that long, but it's been a while. We're halfway there. Psst. How many points did we get in that time? 6,000? Alright, so honestly, my initial estimate that said we'd have about 20,000 by the end is actually pretty close. I said like 20,000, give or take a few thousand. So it might actually legitimately be exactly 20,000 on the dot. Because at current rate, we're pretty much getting 20,000 on the dot. Where did my team go? I'd like back, please. Pre-nerf Bone Dragon I don't think would ever come back. Though pre-nerf Divinish Bala, they would never give it cleanse back, but it 100% needs its 50% mana start. It's really weird that it's not 50% mana start. It's the only 50% mana start troop in the game that doesn't have 50% mana start. Which just looks really weird compared to every other troop. Because it would not be broken to any degree whatsoever in the current state of the game. Even initially, it really shouldn't have been done. The only thing that should have been done to her was getting rid of her cleanse. But they like triple nerfed her at once. I forgot what the third thing was. But they got rid of her cleanse, made her 40% mana start, and one other thing. I forget what the other thing was. But all they really should have done was just remove her cleanse. They did re-add that mechanic to a Skull Spammer though. Rothamon, that one mythic has it. He's a pretty average mythic. He's basically like Wild King and Wild Queen, but if you made it worse. Like, it's Wild King and Wild Queen without the attack gain, but it makes up for it by having Cleanse. The problem is that Cleanse doesn't justify having that much less damage, so he's never used. But he's basically like Wild King and Wild Queen, but weaker, like way weaker. That would Cleanse. It's basically what happened if those troops didn't have attack gain. Which, spoilers, it makes them useless. It's kind of insane that he's so similar to them, yet so useless. Or so very niche as far as when you would use it. Wand is one of the main things that have kind of made it like that, though. It's way stronger to run like Wild King with Wand than it is to run like Rothamon just on a team. Also, I'm so glad that one person's using Gimlet, because now whenever I see a Gimlet right now, I just always know it's his Lolgoth team. It means it's always the weak team. Battle was surprisingly winnable. Oh, until we missed. Until we immediately missed. And then once again. And we win. And now we win. What a weird fight. Hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. We're doing a bunch of PvP grind for the week, so we don't have to do it this weekend. Also because we won't be here this Wednesday again, which would have been the day we would have done it otherwise. Alright, we still have the other half to go do. Alright, we're at 14,000. Okay, maybe we'll hit a bit over 20,000 then. It really comes down to what our win rate's going to be. And we were on a bit of a streak right now. Hey, no, I'm first gnome we've seen all day. I think it is anyways. Not counting Valhawks or Valravens. I keep thinking today, like, oh, we need to go do the, what's it called event. But I forgot, the spring event's already over. For whatever reason, even though it lasted for 2 weeks, it felt like it only lasted for 1 week. So it definitely was 2 weeks. Felt like it went by really quick for once. Also, Diamantina is in such a weird position right now. Because ever since they buffed Stellaryx to the roof, Diamantina is like one of the most pointless mythics in existence. Especially for how rare it is. You just completely obsolete Stellaryx. Yeah, we'll hand out code at the halfway mark. Should be like 5 more minutes. And then we're truly halfway there. Alright, what's with the firebomb teams all of a sudden? He's running first slot firebomb, which is actually a weird place to put firebomb, oddly enough. To some degree, it makes sense if you're going to do a resummon. But one problem with Firebomb in first slot is if you're using it to try to mana accumulate for another red, the first 4 mana into red that you get from it goes into your Firebomb, not into whatever your troop is. So a lot of times you're just going to waste 4 red mana. Obviously you still get all the other mana. But it does block you on up to 4 red mana. If you put it further down on your team, it will not block you. As long as you put at least 1 red troop in front of it. After this one, we'll go hand out code. Yeah, what's with this team? Is this the same person every time? I assume so. Because I wouldn't expect it to be multiple people just randomly running Firebomb in first slot. That'd be weird. What I don't understand is these teams not set up in a way where first slot Firebomb even makes sense. It should be last slot Firebomb. Alright, let's go end our code. Where are we on points? We're at 15k. Alright, code time. This will be the final one that we hand out for now, but we will have more tomorrow. There you guys go. Enjoy. Final code for now. I'll keep going for half an hour to go use the other boost, half the booster. And then aside from daily PvP, we should hopefully be done with PvP for the week then. Hopefully our leaderboard will be a bit more tame this week. Because we actually didn't get any gold marks last week. I shouldn't say none, but you know what I mean. No extra. We didn't make top 3 in any way. Well, it's mostly because I would have to have done an extra like 20,000 compared to what we already did. I just wasn't going to bother on Sunday. But hopefully this week we won't have to bother going as hard with it. I like when we can get it done for like 25 to 30,000 points. Whenever it goes like 40, 50,000 plus, starts to get too high. Relative to how much PvP I feel like doing. I think 20, 30,000 is a pretty nice sweet spot. Once it starts getting too much higher than that, I feel like it's too much PvP in a week. Because right now we do PvP probably for like 3 hours a week. Which I feel like that's fine. That's like, what, half an hour a day almost, give or take. If it starts getting higher than that, I feel like it's slightly too much. Like, I feel like we're going out of our way for it rather than just playing PvP. Oh, this is bad. Okay, that 180'd really quickly. Too bad every battle can't just be one-shotted. That would make this so much more convenient. Because even if their team was so annoying, if they just died in one shot, it wouldn't really matter. Get in front for the code. Enjoy, everyone. Did we hit our 20,000 yet? Nah, not quite. At current rate, we're pretty much gonna hit exactly at it. You said 20,000, give or take like 2,000. At this point, I think we might overshoot it some. That really depends on win rate. We could easily go on a lose streak. So far, we're on a bit of a win streak, though. I know my team. One more hit and we win. Don't do it. Don't do it. You were thinking about it. Don't do it. You did it. No. It's nice seeing Centurion in a thumbnail because you know, like, there's a 99% chance it's a Zolgoth team. Centurion's whole existence is to be used on a Zolgoth team. Like, while he theoretically can be used on other teams, he never is. 100% of the time, it's his Zolgoth team. So how did this win? Like, we technically could win, but it's not worth the effort there. Yeah, I got too many early stuns. Had no wand ready. If anyone's still any question or anything wanted to go over to, let me know. Once we finish this PvP grind, we're definitely calling it for tonight. I might grind a little bit later tonight, but off stream, obviously. While we still have the mega boost right now. If there is any time to do PvP, it'd be the next 5 hours. Well, technically 4 hours. I definitely don't intend to grind that whole time, even barely any of that time. However, if there was a time to do it, it would be during that time frame. Oh, I just realized we don't have a pet active, I don't think, on the guild. Watch us lose this fight, though. Because we haven't actually won yet. There we go. Let's see, do we get a pet here? We got... Do I need that? I might. Might be taking a pet break. Let me double check. Do we need that pet? We do! Okay, pet break. Alright, let's go take it. We'll stop using a Stellarix build real quick so we can go use a Stellarix build real quick. Luckily this time the enemy can't kill us, though. So we do have that really annoying revive, Inferno King. We could potentially revive like 10 times in a row. Because this team has no stun. Alright, how many thousand times is he gonna revive? 3? Only 3. Not too bad. Yeah, he revives 100% of the time, 25% of the time. You got a triple revive into a double revive. Luckily, these are being not too bad. The worst would be if he revised on the Indies next to when he's way bulkier, particularly the last battle. Because I believe he actually revised with enough durability on the last battle to not get one-shotted by Stellaryx. But he would get one-shotted by Takshaka. Oh no. Alright, good. He only revived once. Yeah, that could have been worse. How many do we get? We got 2. That's enough for an upgrade, though. Still 1 short. Anyways, back to our normally scheduled PvP. Oh, that's not how you get to PvP. I always do that. Oh, before I do, though, let me go grab my campaign bonuses. Aren't you done with them now? Oh, I keep forgetting. I haven't even bought the pass yet. I need to go do that later. Because for next week, it's actually going to be really relevant. Because I need the yellow deed books that are in there. So we can go upgrade Whitehelm. Oddly enough, we actually get another yellow deed book for free next week. Or, you know, on the free side. Anyways, back to PvP. We got, I believe, 20 minutes of boost left. This is 15, but it's the other one. Right, let's keep going. How are we doing on points? We are currently at 17,500. I should be able to make 20k. Which is the main goal of this PvP right now, was at 20k. And we seem to be on track for it. You've had the Inferno King revived 9 times? Yeah, that's something that can happen. I'm not sure what my high streak is. I know it's low double digit. It was a long while ago, though. Back when it was actually used on PvP teams. Which these days you would never do because he's way off the meta these days. But there was a point where it was actually like a half-decent troop. He's using it with double silence. How annoying. After we get 1 bless, it doesn't matter at all. Don't do it. He did it. If he does it again, we actually lose. Luckily he didn't. How does he keep getting a 2-mana drain on us? Where's this 2-mana drain coming from? That was a weird fight. I was probably missing something very obvious in that fight. So from quick glance, I'm actually not sure what the 2-mana drain was coming from. There's quite a few things that can 2-mana drain. As annoying as it would be to have another timer, one thing I wish they would do with those emblem thingies is make them last for X duration of time. So for example, let's say the Bless token or Talisman, whatever it's called. Currently, if you were to use it, it would just last for one fight. But they either need to make it last for more fights, or just put like a timer thing on it. As much as I would hate to see another timer, it makes sense because there's already so many timers at PvP. To have another timer associated with it wouldn't be that big a deal. It's really annoying that it's only one single battle. Because there are definitely battles here where it's like, oh, I wish we had Bless, I wish we had, like, you know, one of those other mechanics, but it's just so expensive to bother using them. To a degree that is exceedingly not worth doing. But they could always rescale it to, you know, make it worth doing. Twice you fought me now? Nice. And you won all of them. Yeah, this team's not really meant to counter much. Our main goal with it is to get in, get out, to win quickly. I feel like defensively, this is actually one of the weaker ways you can set up this team. But offensively, it's one of the more consistent ones. How much more boost do we have left? I think we have 10 minutes. We have 13 minutes. All right, let's keep going. About to hit the 20,000 goal that we had. Very solid. Probably even overshoot it by 1,000 or two. Wait, when did you get moved? Right, never mind. It didn't get moved. Wait. I'm going crazy. I was like, wait, was it one Stellarix or Stellarix Mod? Never mind. Definitely out of it today, that's for sure. Hopefully it'll be nice and rested tomorrow. Oh, that was a very close fight. But a win's a win. All these fights are really annoying. What on earth? What am I looking at? Like, I see what he's going for. He's curse stunning. But you're supposed to have something else on your team that isn't just curse stun. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Hera's elementals as wand with Karandera, with Enraged Karandera, Rage Karandera, and normal Karandera. It's pretty much guaranteed just instantly curse us. And also has stun. But the team has basically nothing else beyond that. Like, it's gonna land curse and or stun. Definitely guarantee curse. But it literally has no game plan after it does. Watch us somehow win. It'll find a way past Submerge. Luckily, Submerge would have kept us safe even if he did start looping. Unless he got really lucky on skulls. Alright, 3 minutes of that. How much timer is on the other thing, though? 8 minutes. Okay. 8 more minutes. Which puts us at like 5 after. Which means the stream would have been slightly under 2 hours then. But we were able to get all of PvP done for the week. Well, not counting dailies. And do all the invasion that we could have done for today. So overall went pretty well. Also, we cleared up time, so we could probably still do the faction event tomorrow. Rather than having to do PvP or something for it. That's not good. Don't do it. Oh, good, he didn't do it. Yeah. Oh, he did it. He did the thing. Gosh, I should have just taken F5 times at the top there. I accidentally misclicked. Oh, hello, Dragor. Welcome, welcome. Using Pan's Veil Exploder. Nice. Oh, yeah, there's not too many things that have Leaf Storm, but the few that do, they're really useful. I think it's actually the most uncommon storm in the game, oddly enough, is Green Storm. As far as availability on troops and stuff. Oh, so if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's still no perpetual green storm. Using something that resets green storm every turn. What other color are we missing that for now that I think about it? I think brown is technically missing it, but has so many alternative ways of effectively doing the same thing. Oops, oh gosh, I just moved my interface thing. There we go. I very rarely ever misclick that hard. I think there's a way to lock it in place. Don't do it. Alright, good, he didn't do it. You're a live though. Watch him solo an entire fight with that. He technically can. If he gets up lucky enough, it technically can solo a whole fight. It's just very unlikely. I should be able to get in like what, 5 more fights? Oh, is that the one that does brown storm every turn? What storm doesn't exist? I know for sure green doesn't. Is there any perpetual storm color that doesn't exist other than green? Because I don't remember off the top of my head. I know for sure green doesn't have one. That's why I can't wait till we get all the pole arms. It's nice when a specific mechanic in the game finally gets one for every color. So you don't have to keep guessing like, oh, does this mechanic exist for this color yet? Like one other one I really wish would come into the game already for all of them are the things that have empower into color into storm. For example, like Ihi Cattle, where it's a yellow troop that has empower into a yellow convert that also does yellow storm. Like, we need that for every color, but we currently only have it for yellow and green. It's always confusing when something has like 4 or 5 of them, but then it's still missing some. It's confusing remembering like, oh, which one is it, which color is it, especially when it's only missing exactly one. Alright, one more fight and that should be all of them. And this should put us at a solid almost 22k. Yeah, not too bad. Especially when our aim was only 20k. E-cattle, the giggling cow. Oh gosh. E-cattle? E-cattle? Oh no, how do you say that last part? But anyways, all boosters have been done. We have hit almost 23k. Look, we did more than double second place. Now we're the tryhard for once. Wait, are we actually 100th place? No way! Look at that! Wow, we tryharded so hard. We're actually exactly 100th place on PvP leaderboard right now. Oh, that's funny. That's kind of must be doing exact same strategy at like same level. Look at that. Let's do one more just to make sure we're really there. All right, one more battle. Well, look at that. We actually did so much PvP today. We made top 100. We're not going to maintain that. But we got there. I haven't been top 100 in PvP in a while. And in like an hour and a half too. That's not too bad. Though Blood Frenzy does help out a lot. Yeah, there we are. 99th place. Not sure where 100th went, but there we go. Oh, there he is. Wait, why is he showing it like that? That's weird, but there we go. How is leaderboard right now? Gosh, who on earth did 100,000 today? Why would you do that to yourself? Though honestly, based on the rate that we got, within a single hour, we went from basically all 7s to what we have now. So what is that? Let's say 8,000. And this is 23,000. Which means we did 15,000 in an hour. That's not too bad. Could be higher if we actually won more often. It would due to factors beyond our control. That's not really something we could do necessarily. But yeah, 15,000 per hour. Which means theoretically, if we were to try to take that, what is that? Calculator, 100,000 divided by 15,000. Comes out to... That would take about 7 hours, give or take a little bit. Which is quite a lot. Especially since they'll probably maintain that almost all week. But anyways, guys. We'll call it there for now. Tomorrow, our main goal will be faction event and just trying to chip out all the events so we don't have to deal with them this weekend for Vault Event weekend. We will not be streaming this Wednesday. However, we will be streaming normal time every single other day. And that's pretty much our game plan. And of course, this weekend we'll be power grinding the Vault Event, getting our normal loot, and go from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful... Hey, Tribute's ready. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will catch you guys soon. And goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.